You know that jolt of panic when you realize you almost missed a deeply important cultural milestone, like your father's Hijri birthday or a yard site for a past relative? Take a look at this model of two parallel timelines to see why this happens. The global economy runs on the rigid 365-day Gregorian calendar, but billions of us track our heritage on lunar or solar cycles. The Islamic Hijri calendar, for example, is shorter, meaning a specific cultural date shifts about 11 days earlier on the Gregorian timeline every single year. Your standard Google or Apple calendar is completely blind to this math. Those apps are built for a static grid. When you try to map a shifting lunar or lunisolar date onto a fixed Gregorian block, the system cannot compute the changing variables. So we resort to clumsy workaround. Every year, you have to hunt down a third-party date converter online, punch in the traditional date, and figure out exactly when it falls this time around. Then comes the tedious part, manually copying that new translation and pasting it into your personal calendar app. And you have to repeat this physical chore for every family member, every single year. Relying on manual web searches and your own memory to track these shifting dates leaves your most important cultural connections entirely vulnerable to human error. If you forget to run the conversion, you miss the day. This is where a platform called MulticalSync comes in. It acts as an automated bridge between the traditional calendar systems you actually celebrate on and the standard apps like Apple or Google Calendar you use for daily scheduling. Looking at this workflow model, the setup requires only one action. Link your existing calendar and type in the milestone once, using its native format. From that entry, the hub instantly runs the math, plotting the precise Gregorian equivalents across the next 5 years. Because those dates sync directly into the daily planner you already use, the need to ever visit a standalone date converter website vanishes entirely. Instead of a repetitive annual data entry chore, tracking your heritage becomes a single, one-time setup. But of course, a 5-year projection eventually runs out. You might wonder if you have to log back in half a decade later to start the whole process over. You don't. MulticalSync relies on a background process called auto-extension, which continuously calculates and generates new future dates as the years pass. The trigger for this is frictionless. Simply opening your Apple or Google Calendar feed wakes the system up, prompting it to refresh the background calculations and push the timeline out further. The calendar effectively extends itself indefinitely. These dates remain visible on your timeline as the years pass, requiring zero manual attention to keep the connection active. Usually, software that perpetually automates your schedule locks that convenience behind a steep monthly subscription. MulticalSync takes a different approach. Its free tier allows you to maintain up to 21 perpetual auto-syncing events at zero cost. For an average extended family, 21 slots provide more than enough capacity to track every major birthday, every remembrance anniversary, and traditional festival, without paying a dime. The platform also respects your digital space. There are zero advertisements, no credit card required to start, and strict policies against data brokering. The only time you need a pro upgrade is if you are a community organizer or a religious center managing a bulk directory of over 100 members. Removing the technical friction and the cost ensures these milestones stay on your daily schedule. These dates remain visible and accurate alongside your work meetings, requiring no extra maintenance from you.